Hello, good day to each and everyone. So today we will be talking about assessment tools for selecting relevant and appropriate ICT resources. So first we have learning outcome first. So before diving into any EdTech product specific features, so you have to get a clear understanding of how it will actually improve teaching and learning. It is equally, if not more important, to get a grasp of what type of student learning outcomes will actually be improved. So, learning outcomes first will answer the said questions like, how does this EdTech tool connect to core elements of the curriculum? So, how this specific tool will be connected to the curriculum. So first, in choosing a type of tool in technological tools, so we must first consider if it is connected in the core curriculum. So second, it will answer the question, what student skills or content knowledge will be improved with this technology? So if we will be using this technology, is there any process or any improvement that we can see to the students? So also it answers the question, what instructional strategies will be implemented along with the technology? So for example, flipped learning, project-based learning. So it depends on what will be the topic of the teacher or the future teacher on how to use some technological tools in teaching and learning. So next that we will consider in choosing a technological tools is the student use is key. So what is this student use? Student use is key. So although the digital divide may be closing as more districts transition to one-on-one, there is a new concern over the digital use divide, the disparity between students who use technology to create, design, build, explore, and collaborate, and those who simply use technology to consume media passively. So, although assessing information or consumption through technology is certainly important in some respects, so it should seldom be students' primary use. They should seldom be students' primary use. They should also be curating, collaborating, and most of all, creating with the technology. So, in this, it will also answer the set questions. First, we have in consumption. Access information through some form of digital media to deepen knowledge. So, different informations that can deepen their knowledge or go through beyond what they're supply their knowledge. Next, in curation, sort through content and present it in an organized and logical way. So, in choosing a technological tool and presenting a topic to a student, it is very important also to organize the topics. We cannot go side by side or sideways. We can, the most important thing to do is to go along a straight path. We will not go sideways so that we will feed the specific knowledge or what we want our students, that what certain knowledge that our students be feeding. So next, it will answer the question in collaboration. Communicate and collaborate with other students, teachers, community for deeper learning. So in everyday situation, we will encounter, or we will in every situation we come to meet other people or many people. So in teaching and learning, so of course it involves students and teachers. So it must also a must to communicate to the students so that we will know what are their what we will need to supply their necessities when it comes to learning or in their learning process. Next, creation. Create original products to learn new concepts and provide a representation of their learning. So it is also one way of expressing about innovative. How a teacher will be innovative or creative enough to supply or to help the students in teaching and learning. In choosing a technological tools, it is very important to create or be a creative one. So we will now move on to number 3, which number 3 is all about investigate infrastructure requirements. So before diving into any new edtech product, it is very vital to evaluate the product's technology and infrastructure requirements. So this will avoid an instance where considerable time and effort is put into a pilot only to realize that implementation is impossible due to mismatch in existing infrastructure and what tool needs effectively function. For number 3, to answer the question, what steps need to happen for initial setup? For example, software installation on devices, class roster upload, student password creation. So, what type of devices will the software work on? So, in choosing a technological tool, it is very important to know a certain tool on where it work on. Like for example, in iPads, what specific technological tool that it will work on. So in laptops, cellular phones. So we will also first know what are the available resources of the students before giving them tools for them to learn. So it must fit what resources they have or in hand. Next, what setup and maintenance is required by teachers, by IT? So, what are different maintenance setup or work routine to do for a teacher or by IT so that this tool is very helpful or this tool can run through or we will not have problem along the way in teaching the students. So also, can students access to this technology outside of school? So if they will go home, is it possible that they can still access that certain tool? So we must also take note of this because like we have right now, we are in homeschooling, so no face-to-face classes. So it is very important for the teachers to know what are the available resources of the students and can these students be used in their home or it will be accessible at home so that they can still learn even though they're at home. So for the fourth one, we will have the take student data and privacy seriously. As we strive to personalize learning for students, we will also be using tools that collect information and data about students and unprecedented scale. So the privacy of the students is also very important because we will also protect them from any harm or danger that will take them. Because as we know nowadays, cyberbullying is rampant in any media platform. So it's very important that we know or put the safety first of our students. So it will also answer the question, has Has the company signed the one? Or has the school signed for the student privacy? So is the students be safe in using those technology? Is the or are the students be safe in using such technological tool for their learning? And are this I'm sorry are the students be not in danger when using that certain tool? So that was about take student data and privacy seriously. So number 5, we have be mindful of resources, both time and funding. So it is no secret that schools have limited resources, and by resources, I include both funding and time. So we must strategic about where we allocate our monetary resources, as well as how much time it will take educators to comfortably implement any new tool. So it will also answer the question, what is the upfront and recurring monetary cost of the tool? Some of the Google Forms are being paid by the teachers if they will like to get more features on that certain app. So it is very important to know if it is no monetary involved in using that certain tool. We have user experience. So can people use the product easily? When we say about user experience, it is about the usability of the students. So can be these students hands-on, or can they be easily know how to operate that certain tool, or can they be in one exploring task that they will already know on how it will use. So because we can deny the fact that some of our students, or maybe also the teacher, can struggle in using that tool. So how the tool be of help, or cannot give burden to the students and the teachers, or in short, is this tool can easily be accessed to the students. So next we have language learning. So why do we want to use this particular technology or product? So the reasons for using any resource need to be clear. So the evidence is there is evidence that new technologies only provide added benefit when they meet specific learning needs. So it is from Tamin et al. So most of the teachers need to identify what area of learning. So perhaps the most important thing, teachers need to identify what area of learning the selected product will support. In giving information, it is very important that clear to the students. So there is a specific tool that you will need to use, can be clear to the students, or they will not be confused in using a certain tool in learning. So last, we have the technical information. Finally, a word on technical issues. So some technical topics like data usage, security policies, and user support options can be useful for teachers to consider, especially when planning how long to use the technology and when reflecting on the safety of the students. So this information is usually available somewhere if you are prepared to invest the time looking for it. So about technical information, in choosing a tool, we will also need to know the technicalities of that certain tool. It also involves the features of a certain tool. What this tool has, the advantages, disadvantages. How can this be more helpful for the students? Okay, students, so that's all about assessment tools for selecting relevant and appropriate ICT resources. So, hope you get more knowledge, or you will be knowledgeable enough on, or as future teachers, I hope it will be very helpful for us on how we will select tool for teaching and learning. So, thank you for listening. God bless each and everyone.